Okay. Next is the mobile interfaces. Now you already know what is a mobile interfaces because it's very prevalent and most of us have had our own smartphones, be it an iPhone, Huawei, or Android-based form of smartphone. Now, mobile interfaces are handheld devices that is intended to be used while on the move. They have pervasive, increasingly used in all aspects of everyday and working life. We use it for fitness tracking, we use it with smartphones, ayan, we use it for music, entertainment, and so on. So, imagine class, these handheld devices, usually it initially started from telephones. Now, we have from Symbian. After Symbian, we now have smartphones in which we could use it for watching series, for playing apps. We can use it for education. We can utilize it for with different forms of activities. And that's how useful it is. Kaya nga, thus it hailed the name smartwatch or not smartwatch, smartphone. So we also have larger size tablet, which is also under mobile interfaces. So, including those used by flight attendants, marketing professionals, and at the car rental returns. So, one of the first apps na interactive is the iBeer app. No mga siguro 2013, 2014, 2015, ayan na, uso yan. Yung parang sinsimulate niya na meron kang iniinom na beer app. Lang, parang ano lang siya, parang novelty type of app. We could also use our smartphone for reading QR codes and barcodes. Okay, research and design considerations about smartphones. Mobile interfaces can be cumbersome to use for those with poor manual dexterity or fat fingers. So, ito yung nagiging problema nun. So, the key concern is hit area. Area on the phone display that the user touches makes something happen, such as a key or an icon, a button, or an app. But the good thing, class, with our smartphone, if you have fat fingers or you're a person with a disability, smartphone innovators or yung mga nag-imbento ng smartphone and manufacturers of smartphones, they provide different forms of interfaces or interaction types. So, it's not just yung icons or yung mga labels, pwede nyong i-enlarge para kung malabo yung mata mo, para mabasa mo. Kung mataba yung kamay mo, mahirap sa'yo mag-click na maliliit na icons, you can increase and reduce the size. And also, if you're not keen onto using the touchscreen that much, minimize lang yung gusto mong paggamit nun, you could use the voice command. So, we have different ways of using our smartphones. Next is the appliances. So, the appliances, we have different appliances at our home. Examples of that would be washing machines, remotes, toasters, printers, and navigation systems. So, appliances pertains to everyday devices can be found in home, public places, or even our own car. We can also have appliances that is for personal use, like for example, a digital clock and even a digital camera. It could be used for short periods, like for example, appliances used for watching a program, buying a ticket, and so on. It needs to be usable with minimal, if any, learning. So, appliances should be easy to navigate at madaling matutunan. Example would be a simple toaster. So, sabi nga natin kasi, ang HCI kailangan madali siyang matutunan ng mga would-be users or client natin. We must put ourselves in the shoes of our client. So, paano ba ako magde-design ng product na madaling matututunan ng client ko? So, kailangan you must make the simple, you must create it with simple steps. Simplicity is the key. Para hindi mahirapan si client. Lalo na kung ang gagawin lang naman niya is magto-toast ng tinapay. Ba't kailangan marami pang buttons na i-click? Why not just have a control like this one? Now, research and design considerations, you need to design a transient interfaces with short interactions, just like what I have discussed before. So, voice interfaces, examples of that would be Siri, Alexa, okay? So, we use that. So, before in the earlier releases of voice command interface, si Siri pinakaunang pinaka-popular interface nun, hindi pa siya ganun ka-interactive. Madaling mamali yung artificial intelligence nung smartphone na yon. Ngayon, medyo interactive na siya. Madali na niya mabasa. Meron nga kayong mapapanood sa TikTok na video na nag-uusap si Alexa at si Siri as if talagang para silang totoong tao. So, by just analyzing a series of words. And also, through what we call machine learning, we are responsible for teaching our computers. By computer collecting information in their databases and utilizing that by through its function. Ayan. So, have speech interfaces come of age? Ayan. Kunyari, yung dati kasi yun nga, yung hindi madaling ma-recognize yung mga voice commands natin. Like for example, rec a nice beach, ayan. Hindi madaling nare-recognize. Ngayon, madali na. So, medyo hindi na mahirap yung interaction sa mga voice command interfaces. So, modeling human conversations, people often interrupt each other in a conversation, especially like for example, ordering in a restaurant rather than let the waiter go through all of the options. With speech technology, it has a similar feature called barge in. Users can choose an option before the system has finished listing all of the options available. Structuring VUI dialogs, directed dialogs are where the system is in control of the conversation. For example, meron kasi tayo dalawang form ng voice command. So, voice command natin, meron tayong voice command na more on conversational, like si Siri and Alexa. Meron naman mga voice command na hardware na specific yung kanilang sinasagot at specific din yung gusto nilang sabihin mo. So, we have voice assistants, ayan, Alexa, we have Cortana, we have Siri, and so on. So, research and design conversations, how to design system that can keep the conversation on track. Ayan. The type of voice actor, ngayon marami na tayo, kumakalat na rin sila sa sa TikTok. So, merong male, female voice, merong neutral or dialect. So, pen-based devices naman, usually when we encounter pen-based devices we use it for digital signatures. Pero meron ding mga apps na pwedeng halimbawa touchscreen na lang yung gagamitin mo and then naayusin na lang nila yung pirma mo or you can use it through your desktop like DocSketch. Ayan. So, pen-based devices enable people to write, draw, select, and move objects at an interface using light pens or styluses. Now, pen-based devices are not just used for e-signatures. They are more functional to be used by architects or graphic designers if magdodrawing sila sa Photoshop or magdodrawing sila sa loob ng computer nila. They make use of pen-based devices. Ayan, so this what it looks like. So, an auto pen is being used in its internal components. So, advantages, it allows users to annotate existing documents quickly and easily. It can be used to fill in paper-based forms that can readily be converted to a digital record using standard type interfaces. Next is touchscreen. So, touchscreen is one of the most popular forms of interfaces. So, our smartphones have touchscreens. ATM machines have touchscreens. Other laptops or desktops have touchscreens. Other devices have touchscreens. So, touchscreens or single touchscreens, meron tayo. So, sa touchscreen, meron tayong dalawang types. We have single touchscreen and multi-touchscreen. So, single touchscreens are used in walk-up kiosks like ticketing machines or ATMs or yung mga kiosk na ginagamit natin sa pag-order sa mga fast food if they have one. We use it to detect the presence and location of a person's touch on display. While multi-touch surfaces supports a range of more dynamic way to access your touchscreen, meron tayong fingertip action, for example, swiping, flickering, pinching, pushing, and tapping. Those are other forms of multi-touch command. So, this is an example of a multi-touch surface. Ayan, research and design considerations. So, I'll just leave this part. You just have to read this kasi familiar naman na tayo what is a touchscreen. So, we also have what are gesture-based systems. So, gesture-based system involves moving of arms, hands to communicate. And a very good example of that na merong camera recognition, sensor, and computer vision techniques would be the now defunct, ano tawag doon? Yung nakikita nyo class sa mga arcade na may face-to-face pa. Kadalasan ginagamit siya sa mga applications pag sasayaw ka. So, that is called Microsoft, hanapin natin, baka nandito. Ayan, Microsoft Kinect. So, Microsoft Kinect. So, kasi ngayon ang Microsoft Kinect hindi na siya hindi na siya, legacy na siya, defunct na siya. Ginagamit pa din siya pero yung developer, they stop updating the system kasi in-integrate na nila yon sa ibang forms ng system. So, that is an example of a Microsoft Kinect. So, si Microsoft Kinect hindi lang ginagamit sa arcades para ma-monitor yung sayaw mo kung nagagaya mo yung step. Ginagamit din siya in the field of medicine. Like, for example, look at this. So, it recognizes core gestures for manipulating MRI or CT images using Microsoft Kinect. We also have other applications that are gesture-based. So, those are example of gesture-based commands. Ang example nga nun, popular example would be the Microsoft Kinect or MS Kinect. So, next is the haptic interfaces. So, what are haptic interfaces? So, haptic interfaces provide tactile feedback by applying vibration and forces to a person's body using actuators that are enabled in their clothing or device they are carrying, such as smartphone. Vibrotactile feedback can be used to simulate the sense of touch between remote people who want to communicate. Ultrahaptics creates the illusion of touch in mid-air using ultrasound to make the illusion of 3D shapes. So we have real-time vibrotactic feedback. So basically, it nudges when playing violin incorrectly. Now, the haptic interfaces are not that very popular forms of interfaces. Kasi it's not that common to most of us. Though we have an idea based from the illustration that we see, we're not aware what does it do, most of us. So I'll just provide or insert a video, YouTube video, showing you what are the different ways that we could use the haptic interfaces. Again, we have two types of haptic interfaces. We have the vibrotactile and ultra haptics. Okay. So, we're down to a few more interfaces, and these are the least popular. And some are the most common use interfaces that we are not aware under this interface type pala.